Another Brick fan here with an Infinity Saga set from Marvel Studios. This is the Nano Gauntlet. This is set 76223, was released in August 2022. It has 675 pieces and cost about $70 when it was released. This set is based on the gauntlet that Tony Stark built to house the Infinity Stones. You can see the 6 Infinity Stones there, all in their different colors. And it was in the movie Avengers Endgame. It is very similar to the Infinity Gauntlet, which is set 76191 from 2021. Let's take a look at those side by side. Here are the two gauntlets side by side. And as you can see, there is quite a stark contrast. The Infinity Gauntlet is done in this nice pearl gold color. Here, it was crafted for Thanos under duress, of course. And then the Nano Gauntlet over here is done in the Iron Man colors, although he's using silver and red instead of the traditional gold and red, which he used, although there are so many gold accents that you can see like along the fingers and stuff there. The Infinity Gauntlet is a left-handed gauntlet, and the Nano Gauntlet is a right-handed gauntlet, so really these should be switched. So there we have them side by side in their proper orientation. A couple of other quick differences. The thumb is a little bigger on the Infinity Gauntlet. You can see there it's got larger base of the thumb, whereas the thumb is much shorter here and kind of more connected down here than it was. The fingers are pretty much built the same way. Slightly different, I guess. There's different parts, but they both have either 2 or 3 articulation points depending on the finger. Let's go ahead and take a little closer look at the details on the Nano Gauntlet. So here is the Nano Gauntlet. Let's take a closer look kind of at some of the details here. Looking here in the middle, you see this is a very large stone. I believe the yellow one was the Soul Stone. This was the Power Stone. The Space Stone, I think this is the Reality Stone. The Time Stone was done in green. And I'll look up the Orange Stone, because I don't remember that right off the top of my head. But there are some really interesting details here. They used pearl gold shoulder packs for minifigures to kind of make this connection point. They used skate pieces, roller skate pieces, to hold those in place. So that was kind of cool how they did that. The fingers are designed a little bit differently. They're using these Nexo-Knight shield pieces here, some ingots in the pearl gold for the accent, and the tips of the fingers are done with these like hood pieces here. You see many of the fingers, 3 of the fingers actually have 3 articulation points, so it will make it into a fist if you want. The inside of the gauntlet's kind of plain. You can see they are, again, using hood pieces. Lots of the silver slopes and tiles here. So those are cool to get in that metallic silver coloring. There's also a bunch of those here along the sides to make that look, and the striped look there from the nanotechnology from Tony Stark. There's a slope here to kind of create that curve of the thumb, which I thought turned out quite nicely as well. So overall, it's a very good look. The fingers are quite posable, as you can see. Many articulation points on the fingers, which are very nice. You might have also noticed this little data plate or name plate here, which is common to all of these kind of what I would call helmet series models, all really designed to be display pieces. And as a display piece, I think this looks really good. Once again, the differences between the Nano Gauntlet and the Infinity Gauntlet, both hands are now represented, with the left hand being the Infinity Gauntlet and the right hand being the Nano Gauntlet. This one, of course, in the red and silver from the Nano Tech from Tony Stark. Both of them have the 6 Infinity Stones, 1 on each finger and then 1 on the back of the hand. Overall, a really nice model. I really like the way it was all put together. You can see the side build there, then the palm here of the hand, And this other side, which is pretty much the same except for the thumb being on this side, of course. As far as value goes, this is almost 700 pieces for $70. So really close to that 10-cent per piece benchmark that I like to use. As a Marvel set, I would expect it to be a little more expensive. Of course, this fits right into the cost of the helmets. So starting in about, when they originally came out, they were $60, but starting last year in 2022, I believe all of the helmet sets were pushed up to the $70 price point. I do think it's a really good display piece. I would have loved to have seen the helmet stayed at the $60 price point. This would have been great at a $60 price point. Even though it does have 675 pieces, many of them are very small pieces, so I think the $60 price point would have been great for this, but be as that may, it's a great set. It looks really good on display, and it looks really good next to all of the other helmet series. From the Marvel Universe, we've gotten a total of 5 different, what I would classify as helmet models. So we have the 2 gauntlets that we've just seen, plus we have Iron Man, Carnage, and Venom, which are all turned out really nicely. They've got plenty of others they can do, of course. They got War Machine, for example, Spider-Man, many other helmets that can be built. So I expect to see many more of these from not the Marvel Universe, and Star Wars actually has 11 of these helmet series models. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts on this Marvel Superheroes set. I'm going to get started on my next video, and until then, happy building. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my LEGO reviews. I've left a link to my Marvel Universe reviews up here on the screen.